All right. Well, we're going to go get started, and I want to welcome everyone to our November Hake Lumen Virtual December Arbonne. It's a mouthful. And just say thanks for taking the time, especially this week with, I'm sure people are traveling, and it's just a busy time with family and with the holidays. So it means a lot that you jumped on, and we do record these for a reason because we know people are busy, and you can re-listen to this or send it to people that you think would want to learn more about Arbonne. But our purpose tonight is to spend a little time sharing a little bit more about this amazing business and why we love it so much. So our format tonight is going to be Shannon, who is our my sponsor, my direct sponsor, and I'll talk about that in a second. She's going to share a little bit, and then we're going to do a top 10 reasons for starting Arbonne, why it's such a great business and why it's a great business to start now. So, and I should introduce myself. I am Susanna Hake. I'm a regional vice president, an independent consultant with Arbonne, and I live in Oregon, Wisconsin, which is just a small town outside of Madison, and absolutely love what this business has done for me. And a lot of that I owe to Shannon for having the courage to ask me to look at this business. And I'm so grateful that she did. I'm so grateful that she decided to say yes herself, and that she looked to people who might actually come in and, grab a hold of this business like she did. And those are the kind of people that we ask to join and look at this. So if you've been asked to look at this, take it as a humongous compliment, because we do get to handpick who we share this business with. So I'm going to turn it over to Shannon and let her introduce herself. But just know that, this is something that, Shannon has just an amazing business. I'm super proud of what she's been able to accomplish in her short 4.5 years. And I'm just following in her footsteps right behind her. So Shannon, we'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Susanna. More like on my tail, chasing me. Like it's Susanna, you guys, when I started this business, I actually, and I'm going to share a little bit more about this, but Susanna was a big reason I started my business, not because she joined me, but because she told me how smart this industry was. And I'm going to share a little bit more about her story too during my story, because she's actually been doing network marketing way longer than I have. And so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Shannon Lumen, and I live in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm actually in Michigan right now at my mom and dad's house. My husband and I decided to drive up and beat the snowstorm today. And I just, like the whole drive up today, I was like, this is awesome. Because I used to teach in Oregon where Susanna lives. I taught her son Tanner. That's actually how I met her. And if I was still teaching, I would have been teaching all day today. And maybe even tomorrow, because I know some schools have school tomorrow. And wouldn't have been able to drive up today and spend this time with my mom and dad and bring my kids to see their grandparents. But I was just really thankful, especially today, driving, getting out of our house by 10 a.m., having the day to drive, not battling traffic, being here ahead of time because of this business. So, like Susanna said, if you're on listening tonight, please know that the person that invited you sees greatness in you, because we do get to handpick who we want to do this business with. And I know when I started, my sponsor, Beth Malcook, her daughter Maddie was in my classroom, and Susanna had been a past parent of my teaching classroom. And, Beth invited me to all these meetings. She invited me to meet with her. And I'm not going to lie, I was very uneducated about this industry and very clueless about the income potential. And I was just like, wow, that's so cute. She gets to stay home and be with her kids. And, she drives a Mercedes and she always looks so cute and put together. And I thought her husband had this great job and made all this money, and she just got to live off of his, hard work. And I was so clueless to what Beth had actually built for her family. And so when I sat down and met with her and learned about this, and where I fell in love with the company, though, was our nutrition line. Amazing products. But then when I learned about the business, and I said, this could be my ticket, because I would love to get home. At the time, we had our 2-year-old son, Henry. I was teaching full time, really busy. My husband and I had no help in Madison. We sent our son to daycare every day, and I hated that. I knew we wanted to have more kids, but I couldn't stand the thought of sending them all to daycare every single day. and somebody else raising my kids. I wanted to raise them myself and be home with them. And so when Beth said, I can help you get home with your kids, I really was like, wow, for one, all these red flags went up. I'm like, pyramid scheme, scam. Of course, this woman wants me to join her. She's going to make money off of me. Like, I thought all those thoughts. So if you thought that or thinking that, like, that's normal. I was there. But she really piqued my interest because I was wanting a change. I was sick of living the rat race. I was sick of living paycheck to paycheck. I was sick of having no time for my family and feeling like I was doing nothing well. I felt like if I really focused on teaching really well, then my home suffered. If I really focused on my home, then teaching suffered. And I wanted more. I was just tired. And when Beth approached me about this, I really thought it sounded too good to be true. And so I went to Susanna, and she was actually like, and I always say, like, God just planted her in my life. I know it was like very, very intricately detailed by him for us to meet, but she had left teaching. So she was a stay-at-home mom at the time she was in my classroom, but then she had come back and she was like working one-on-one as an aide in the building. And I went and like hunted her down, and I was like, tell me about this network marketing. Tell me about Arbonne. Is this legit? Should I do this? And her exact words to me were, if you're going to do any business, you need to do Arbonne, and you need to do it in this organization, because Beth Malcook and that success line knows what they're doing. Because Susanna had actually met with Beth in the past. She talked with her about Arbonne. She was doing her own other network marketing business, and she was very, very successful, actually like top of the company. But when she sat down after and learned more, realized the income potential with Arbonne, which she's going to share a little bit more about tonight too, or we're both going to share about that. It was a no-brainer. And so Susanna actually told me to go for it. And for some reason, for me, I talked to my husband, I talked to a couple other people, but Susanna's words for me resonated the most because I knew she understood this industry. And so I encourage you, right, if you are thinking about doing this, don't go talk to people who don't know about this industry. Find somebody like my Susanna. Find somebody that knows what they're talking about, because most likely your spouse or your mom or your sister, they have no clue about network marketing or this industry in general. And they're going to probably be like, oh, you're going to do that thing. You're going to get sucked into doing one of those things. Those are the things you're going to hear from them, which is no fun to hear from anyone. And I tell everyone who is looking at doing this business, you don't have to be anything special to do this business. You just need to be able to work hard, talk to people, have grit and perseverance, and never quit. That's really what it boils down to, because we have a system that works. You have great mentorship, and you're going to find people that will, want to change in their life, like I did, like Susanna did, like several of you on this call did. And so for me, it was really a simple choice to get started. And I started, and I just jumped all in and went and did everything Beth, my sponsor, told me to do. And because of that, I promoted to area manager pretty quickly. Made money right out of the gates. I really did, because I just did what they told me to do, and I was coachable. And so I will tell you that if you're looking for, some financial freedom, we can help you. If you're looking for some time freedom, or you want more time back, we can help you. If you're looking for positive people to be around, we can help you. And those are the three, I think, biggest things that has done for me. So, we're going to share more tonight about some of the specifics to our business. And Susanna's going to tie in and share a little bit more about some of her experiences too with this industry. But I will tell you that I was busy when I started this business. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to be doing all the extras and doing things that didn't make sense for my family or take more time away from my family. But this business has given me more time back, more financial freedom, and it's given me just so much more choice and abundance in my life than I could ever have imagined. And I know, like, we're not even close to where this business and where our team is going. There are so many other women in our team, in our organization on this call, that are not anywhere where they want to be. And I know that's going to be happening. It's going to be like Jiffy Pop in the next 6 months for our team. So you couldn't be looking at this business at a smarter time. And so we're going to talk about the top 10 reasons why it's a really, really smart time to be joining this business, and why it's a smart time to be thinking about and looking at Arbonne. And so Susanna's going to share a little bit more about Arbonne as a company with you all.
Okay, so we're going to go backwards. So not that they're in any specific order, but just so you can keep track. So this is number 10. And just for those of you that don't know a lot about Arbonne itself. So basically, We've talked a lot about, or Shannon's reference, network marketing. If you know anything about the industry, there are tons and tons of companies out there. So Arbonne is considered one of those companies that is in the network marketing industry. We are a health and wellness company. We have botanically based products, which are amazing. If you have not tried them yet, you need to get a hold of some. You need to have the person who invited you on this call to send some samples or meet with them, because they truly are amazing. And what we really pride ourselves on is that we follow Swiss standards. We follow the European Union, which is a huge, huge advantage. But our products are made here in the United States, which is also something that I love. And what network marketing really means is that we have these products, and they are marketed and distributed through independent consultants like myself. And we do that. What happens is so much money is saved. And what we love is the relationship part of this. I get to build relationships with my clients and people on my team and really get to know them and serve them in a way that is like nothing else I've ever been able to do in any career, which I haven't had that many careers, but that I haven't been able to do before. So instead of, running to a store and purchasing a product, which we all do, we are able to, teach people about our products. Once they fall in love with them, they shop directly through us and our website, and the products get delivered right to their door. Anywhere from probably 3 to 5 days, depending on where you live in the country. And they do it at their, they can do it at their own leisure, which is also great. But what happens is when you don't have to use that traditional retail model, the company saves a ton of money. So we don't pay the Katy Perrys and the Jennifer Anistons of the world. We, even our catalogs, if you have seen one of our catalogs, they're beautiful. Every single person in that catalog is an Arbonne consultant. We don't pay models. We just cut out so much of that. We don't have retail space and employees. And so all that money that would be spent on that is put back into research and development to products, keep our standards so high, and also to compensate us, which is why this industry, especially with Arbonne, it is the best pay plan I have ever seen. And I do look. My husband and I are both very entrepreneurial, and we check this stuff out. It is definitely the best pay plan out there. So that's a little bit about Arbonne, the company. Shannon is going to talk a little bit about the market share.
Yeah, so number 9 is the market share. And you guys, like what Susanna just talked about, what I'm going to talk about, I will tell you, when I started, I had no clue. Like, I had no clue about this side. I learned as I went along. So if what we're saying right now, you're like, gosh, this is intimidating, I don't know what they're talking about, that's okay. You can learn as you go. But if you are kind of a research geek, like some people are, like I didn't do my research. I was like, yes, I believe I'll do this business, and I didn't do any of my research. But if you are, the thing that we can share, especially with the market share, is you want to look for a company that really is going to fit all areas of the health and wellness industry. Because we are a health and wellness company. And there's a lot of other companies out there, but they specifically focus on maybe just skincare, or maybe just nutrition, or maybe just like nutrition products, or specific things you can buy to work out, or videos or tapes. Or then you have purses and clothing. And the thing with Arbonne, with the health and wellness industry, is we have like this umbrella of everything, which I think is so smart. So when I first started and Beth offered these products to me, I had no interest in the makeup or the skincare. I liked what I was using. I really did. And if she had just come at me with that, I would have told her no and politely declined and walked away. But then when she said, oh, you have this nutrition line too, I was super intrigued. And that's what hooked me. And just in health and wellness in the nutrition industry, it's a $3.7 trillion industry, you guys, just in nutrition. So we have protein powders and energy drinks and supplements and cleanses. I mean, there's, you name it, we have it. There's a performance-based sport line that we sell now that's amazing. And there's so many different nutrition products. But then, for those customers or people that you're talking to that maybe like what they're currently using, we also have anti-aging, which is an $80 billion industry. And I know that number is outdated. That's an old number. There's organic makeup, a $300 million industry. Men's skincare, shampoos, conditioners, acne line, sun care, baby line, aroma essentials. We have a detox spa line that is incredible. We always come up with a holiday line every year. And the latest that we just released this past spring, our Genius Ultra, which is a skincare device. And you guys, I'm not going to lie, when they first came out with that, I was kind of like, and I was playing with it, and it was kind of like putting it all over my face. I'm like, Susan, I even said it to you, I'm like, I don't see results. Like, I don't get how, like, why is everyone raving about this thing? Well, I just finally started consistently using it and using it correctly. I will tell you, there is a key to using it correctly. It's amazing. It is really incredible what it does. And I will tell you, I've been using it more on my like baby stretch marks than I have on my face. And it's amazing what's happened and the results that I've seen. That is an industry by itself right there, skincare devices that we now have tapped into. So when you're looking at a business, you want something that can get you into all those different avenues. And Arbonne does, and paired with just an incredible ingredient policy too. So I know for me, when I started my business, I love that I had other avenues to go to with people if they liked what they currently use. And I will tell you what ends up happening. This is what happened with me and like everyone that shops with me now is they start with something, but then they end up buying more because we offer a discount for our products. Plus, they're great. So why wouldn't they keep shopping in their own shopping mall and getting a great discount? So it's just a smart way to build a business. Plus, you get a discount on your own products, and you're gonna, save by, shopping in your own. Like I said, it's like your own mall on the web for you to shop in. So, Susanna's gonna take over and share a little bit more about the industry with you guys.
Okay, so I would say that this industry really is brilliant. If you do your research and you look at, there's so many books out there, successful businessmen and women that have said, could they do it all over again, they would start in network marketing. Because the model is just so smart. Now, does that mean that every company is equal? No, it does not. Of course, we're a little biased, but with my background, in the industry, I'll tell you that my husband and I, when we first met 23 years ago, we did Amway. And we never really did much with it, but we learned a lot about the industry then. My husband did a business called Quorum, which it was like these alarm system things. So when I met him, he was doing that. I didn't even know what network marketing was. He was a part of Keller Williams, which is actually a network marketing type of real estate company. And then I did a business for 11 years before I started Arbonne. And so I do think we have a good framework to build from. So when I looked at Arbonne, it was not like, I was not looking for something to just make a couple $100 extra a month. I'd already done some other things. And with my last business, I was actually very successful. A couple years in a row, I was in the top 10 of the company. And I thought I was doing really, really well financially until I met Beth and realized, oh my gosh, I was working really hard for that dollar amount, and I could be an area manager making that. So it put it all into perspective. But with the industry being brilliant, I want to just focus on why Arbonne is so smart. We've been around for 36 years. So when you think of, I don't know if anyone's ever approached you guys on a business like this, but I've heard many times like, oh, you should look at this company. It's brand new. You can get it on the ground floor. And to me, I would run the other way, because a lot of businesses fail within the first 3 to 5 years. It's tough. It is difficult to get a business off the ground. And I think some of them are fad. It's a fad or whatever. Well, this clearly is not. It's been around for 36 years, and we're not going anywhere. So I think because they've been around for so long, you're coming in at a point where they've worked the kinks out. Now, it doesn't mean that everything's perfect, but they have their compensation plan down to a science, the products, the formulations. There's so much of what they have created that we get to come in and just run with it. The other thing, and Shannon just hit on this a little bit, is that, so my last business that I did was not a consumable product. A little bit it was. But it was more what I would consider a luxury item. When the economy was doing great, I was making great money. I had a couple months where I was making $5,000 a month, which I think for a business, I could work from home. That wasn't so bad. I was also working a lot of hours though, like probably 40. But it was way more than I was making as a teacher. But when I look at that, as soon as the economy started to dip, people stopped buying. So my paycheck went from like 5,000 to 1,000, and I was doing the same work. So that's scary. So when I look at what Arbonne has done, these products are in demand, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But you want to look at a business and a company that has products that it doesn't matter if the economy is doing well or not. People still have to wash their hair. People still eat because these products are in demand and they are good. People will still choose to buy them because they are trying to make better decisions for their families. So know that that's never going to change. So, they're in high demand, but it's an easy market to work in, unlike some of these other companies where you have to constantly find new people all the time because they've bought kind of their limit of that product and they don't need any more. Okay, Shannon, you want to do the next one?
Yeah, for sure. All right, so the next one is just the research and the science behind these products, you guys. And I don't know if any of you that are, just learning about Arbonne know anything about the background as far as the European Union versus, FDA or really anywhere else in the world. But Arbonne, we've always gone by the philosophy of pure, safe, and beneficial. We have since we've opened our doors 36 years ago. And we follow the European Union for standards, which is hands down the strictest, most high quality you're going to find in as far as the cosmetic industry, but really any industry in most as far as the world goes. And so when you're looking at, if you talk to people who care at all about what they're putting on their skin or in their body, they're going to want to know about what ingredients are being put into their products and how they're formulated. And so we follow the European Union, but we formulate, manufacture, distribute everything here in the United States. Everything shipped to your doorstep, UPS, which is great. And that, but we're following a much stricter set of standards that you're not getting a bunch of just crummy stuff in your products that you're putting on your skin, because your skin is your largest organ. It does anything you put on it absorbs into your bloodstream within 26 seconds. And so it is important, especially just with all that there is out in the market. I always tell people when they come to my presentations, I'm like, if you leave here tonight and don't buy Arbonne, that's totally fine. I just hope, if nothing else, you start educating yourself on what you're using, because there's just so much bad stuff out there. There's so many toxic ingredients in so many different products. And when I first started my business, I didn't know any of this. So it was all so new to me. And I remember listening to Beth talk about mineral oil and animal byproducts and all this. And I was like, this lady is so full of it. She's really good at her little spiel. I said that to my husband when I got home. He's like, she's good at what she does. And she really knows what to say. But I didn't believe it until I started using the products and saw results, because you do see results. You feel a difference. It does. What I love is our products don't mask issues. If you have, scarring, or for me, I have really, really sensitive eyes, a really bad eczema on my eyelids. And for years, I couldn't find a product that worked. And within 3-4 days of using our FC5 eye cream, my eyes cleared up, and I haven't had a breakout in almost, I haven't in 4.5 years using these products. So, you're getting a really quality product. They're plant-based. We have the highest quality ingredients, pH correct, hypoallergenic, vegan certified. We dermatologist test. They're clinically proven, never test on animals. And really, we follow a really high set of standards. As far as our nutrition ingredients, gluten-free, free of all artificial sweeteners, colorings, flavors, no chemical dyes, no fragrances. They're all paraben-free, all of our product lines, no animal byproducts. So you're getting a really great, great clean product that you're going to put in your body and you will see results from. We have a pretty extensive science advisory board made up of Arbonne consultants and professionals outside of our company in the medical field who, really have a lot of input and take a lot of time making sure that we're getting and releasing the most high quality product to our customers. We're so proud of our products that we have a 45-day money back guarantee. So you can try our product, test it for 45 days and return if it's not meeting your standards or you're not happy with it. And I will tell you, in 4.5 years in this business, I've had less than I can even remember as far as returns, because customers are very happy with their product. And I do think that having such great products takes away that fear that I had of, well, I don't do sales. I don't like being pushy. I don't like selling stuff to people. And I always tell people I was the same way. I love educating. I love teaching. I love helping, because that's what I've always done my whole life. And with these products, I feel like I can do that because they're so good, they sell themselves. And when people actually use them, they do see and feel a difference. And, you might not see it right away, but it's amazing how quickly my customers have went from maybe buying a product to buying all of our products. My very first group presentation that I ever had solo was with 8 DNA scientists. And I tell this story all the time because I remember going into that party so scared because I'm like, all these women know way more about the science behind our products than I will ever know. I mean, they were all forensic laboratory scientists and they just knew so much about this industry. And I was terrible at that presentation, like reading from the script, scared to death, didn't know what to say. Like I was this 3rd grade school teacher starting my own, cosmetic business. Like who did I think I was trying to do this? And they were nice, but they were kind of like, do you even know what a cell extract is? And do you even know, like, I was like, no, I don't. But they were asking me some of the toughest questions and I didn't know, but I figured out and got back to them. But the thing that I love about these 8 women that I talked to that night, even though I stunk, they all still shop with me because they got how great our products were and they got how great and effective they were. And those women still shop with me 4.5 years later, all of them. And they've referred people to me because they get it. And they get that getting a high quality product that you see results is completely worth, investing in yourself and getting that for your long-term health. And you will not be disappointed with these products when you use them because they are phenomenal. So, Susanna's going to hop back. I'm going to pass it back to her for the
All right.
success.
So this one is, I could talk forever about it, but I'm just going to really keep this pretty simple. Excuse me. Because, God, excuse me. It's really one of my favorite things about Arbonne. And I think it's the one reason why I probably would never leave Arbonne because of the people, but also because it is the smartest business that I think I have ever seen. So we have a proven system for success that when you start this business, when you commit to yourself and you commit to Arbonne and you commit to our team, you are not alone, okay? You're going to have fears and hesitations and questions, and you're going to think, oh my God, what have I done? And you're going to wake up some days and think, I don't think I made the right decision. And I just challenge you to push through those feelings. And because anything that scares you a little bit, trust me, it's worth it. And nobody wants to, I personally don't think people want to live life just kind of going along. Like you want to do bigger things. You want to challenge yourself. So this definitely can do that for you. But we literally, you guys, you have no secrets. This is not like, well, once you sign up, we'll share this with you. And once you get to this level, we'll tell you the secrets. There are no secrets. It is consistent effort. It is being willing to learn, being coachable, and, doing the work. Like we don't do everything for you. We guide you and partner with you and mentor you. And we actually have so much fun doing that. It's really my favorite part of this business is partnering with people. So know that the more successful you are is because you've just helped people become more successful. And that's just the honest truth. There's no secret behind it. And, if you just jump in and let us help you, you really cannot fail except for one thing. And that is if you quit. That's it. If you quit, you'll never be successful. And we really always tell people you're not in business, or you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I know that anyone that's on this call, or you talk to anyone who's been in Arbonne for a while, and they will vouch for that. Okay, Shannon's going to talk about the consumable product line, which is amazing.
And also really simple, not much to say other than, you guys, if you're doing and looking at a business in the network marketing industry, I personally think, a non-negotiable that you want a consumable product, because that equals repeat sales. You're going to have customers that join you from the start and they shop with you for years, and that's just smart business. And it's products that people are already using. Like Susanna said in the beginning, people bathe, they shower, they use lotion. I mean, like the average woman puts 36 different products on her body or in her mouth before she leaves the house in the morning. So we have all of that available, and people need to reorder it, which is just smart. I love that there's that piece to our business really in all aspects, and especially the nutrition, because it is a monthly product that people fall in love with and reorder every 30 days. So it's just a smart way to build a business. we make it really easy for our customers. They get their own login. They can go online, shop on their own. Obviously, as a consultant, you can help them yourself too. But I have a lot of customers that just go do it themselves, place their orders. They know how to shop. I've taught them how to do that. And I don't have to do much else other than check in with them every once in a while and make sure they're happy with their products and things are going well. So I don't have much else to say about that. I just think it's a really simple and easy piece to this business. And it's something you definitely want to make sure you have if you're looking at this industry and this type of business.
Got it. Okay. And then this one is really, number 4 is perks of starting a business in December. So this one's really just a couple key points that really only apply to right now. So I just jotted down a few things because I didn't want to forget. Because I know I am certain that there will be people that will say, oh gosh, I'll wait till January. This is such a busy time of year. And you know what? It is a busy time of year, but there are reasons why it is still smart to look and to ask people. If you have people on your heart, or those of you that are already consultants and you want to ask people, this is why. So when you think of the biggest benefit for starting your business now, no matter what month you sign up, it's a great tax benefit. But in December, you know everything you order now for your business, whether it be through Arbonne or just even some, you have to go buy some pens or some folders, or any purchase you make is going to be a tax write-off for this year. And I know my husband, who is in real estate, and he's like, do you have any more write-offs? What else can we write off? I'm like, I don't know. Do I need a new desk? Do I need a new computer? But it's no joke. It's really a good benefit. Also, I think, there's a lot of time that people are off work, relaxing. Yes, they're busy. They're doing, social things with their families, but there's a lot of people that they take an extra week off around the holidays. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to get in front of people this month. And maybe it's unconventional. Maybe it's not like, doing group presentations like we teach and train. That's the kind of our system for success. Maybe you do a bunch of coffee appointments with people because they're off for a week. Or you get, 2 or 3 people together for lunch and you meet at a place where you can share some things with them. You can do it however it works for you. But right now is a great time. People are looking for reasons to get together. So that's another reason why it's a good time. And then we have an amazing holiday line. So right now would be a great time to be sharing that with people. We have a few things that are sold out, which just means they were awesome, awesome products, but there's still a lot left. And, if you know someone in corporate America that has people to buy for, they might be looking for gift ideas. If you have realtor friends who need closing gifts for people, like these are the people that you would reach out to. Everyone's looking for teacher gifts. Every teacher that we've had since I've started Arbonne has gotten our Renewing Body Gilet, and they love it. And they have ordered from me since. So think smart about who you're giving gifts to and what you're gifting them. And why not have people buy them from you versus running to, the craziness of all the stores and stuff. And then the last thing I thought of was that we have this really great trip called the AIT, the Arbonne Incentive Trip. Shannon and I went on the cruise together last year. Traylon, my youngest, and I just got back from the Bahamas 2 weeks ago. The earning period starts in December. So if you're thinking about starting a business, if you start in December, you can start earning for the trip right away. And every single person, whether you are just brand new or you've been in the business for 5 years, has the same chance to earn those trips. It doesn't matter. You have more experience. Actually, I personally think it can be easier to earn it in your first year because everybody you're talking to is brand new to you. Yep. So those are the kind of the 4 things. Unless, Shannon, you can think of something else. Those were the ones that came to my mind.
The only thing I'm going to add, only because this happened to me this morning, I was at the dentist and my hygienist, she was like, oh, I'm just doing this. She was picking up shifts to make some extra cash for the holidays. So people are looking for extra work right now. Like people are getting part-time jobs at Kohl's and Target and wherever, because they need extra money for the holidays. And this could be a humongous blessing for them. So, offering it to them to start instead of having to pick up odd shifts, working something they probably don't enjoy doing very much.
Good idea.
And then, so the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is number 3 is just time leveraging with Arbonne. And I won't lie to you, when I started this and I heard about this time leveraging, I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. And then I started my business and I was like, when is this going to kick in? When is I going to see this time leveraging thing happening? So if you're a new consultant on the call listening tonight, I just want you to know that keep going, don't stop, keep building, because you will one day look back and be like, that's what they were talking about. Because what happens with this business is when you first start, you're talking to a lot of people, and anything new, it's like any new job you've ever gotten. I think my first year of teaching, like I felt like I was floundering the first few months, and for teaching it was like the first few years, but with my business, the first few months were crazy. And that first year was crazy. And I felt like I was working full-time teaching plus building my business gone. And I was doing so much. And I there were many moments where I'm like, what am I doing? This is not worth the time away. But here's the thing, like I always tell people, you can pay now and play later, or you can play now and pay later, but either way, in the end, you're going to have to pay. So why not make those short-term sacrifices right now, which might be working your full-time job plus building a business alongside, which might mean leaving a few evenings out of the night. And trust me, I left my 2-year-old and he would cry. And then I took him on the cruise last year, and now he's like, go do Arbonne, Mom, because he loves it. And he was so mad at me that I earned the Bahamas this year because he wanted to go to the Bahamas with Traylon. And so here's the thing is, when you continue to grow this business, you will get that time back. But the thing that I love about it is, as I grew my business, I taught, Susanna, and I taught Jenny, and I taught Michelle, and I help these people grow their businesses, and they do the same and teach people to grow their businesses. You get a small percentage of that for giving your time. It's no different than when we refer things. And I think about this, we do it all the time. Like, oh my gosh, I love your scarf. Where did you get it from? Oh, that movie, it was so awesome. That book was so great. That restaurant is amazing. If we're referring people all the time, it's the same thing through Arbonne, but we get a cut of what we do through that referral. And because you are doing that and you build a network of people and you grow a business, that's how you end up getting paid on different legs of your business. But the thing that's really awesome is when you promote, I think people think every level you promote, they're like, well, yeah, it's like anything. You promote, you get paid more, you have more hours to work, especially when you think about corporate America. If you move up the ladder in corporate America, not only is that more money, but it's more hours. With Arbonne, it's not the way it is. Like, you work 10 hours a week and you teach Susanna to do 10 hours a week and teach Jenny to do 10 hours a week, and they do the same. Because I promote, it doesn't mean I'm going to be working 60 hours then. I'm going to be working the same hours I work, but I'm teaching people to do what I'm doing. And I love that this business can be part-time and it can be flexible. And I'm not going to say you don't have to work, because you do have to work, and it does take hard work. But even some of my hardest days in Arbonne can't even compare to some of my mediocre or even like good days in teaching, because even though I might feel some days like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Or it was discouraging, or I felt like nobody was answering my calls, or nobody wanted to have a presentation, I still was able to be home with my kids. I still had choice in my life. I still was able to make some financial choices I couldn't even do when I was teaching. And so the time leverage piece of this business does happen, but it does take work to get there. So I'm not going to lie to you about that. You have to put in the effort and work, and then you have to maintain that too. You can't just stop. If I were just to stop working my business and do nothing and sit back, the team that I built isn't going to just keep rolling in and I'm going to keep making money off of that. They're going to eventually pass me. And you can come in and pass anyone in this business, which I remember hearing that Beth said to me, like, Shannon, you can come in and build a business and build a bigger business than me. I was just like, thank you. Not that I wanted to pass Beth. That's not what I meant at all. It's more though, I was in a position in teaching where I was really good at what I did. And my principal kept saying, we're going to give you this student because you can handle them. And we want you to be on this committee, and we want you to do this, and we want you here. And then the teachers across the hallway or down the road from me weren't, and they didn't have to do that, but they were older and they had their masters and they were veteran teachers, so they made more money than me. And I remember being like, this isn't fair. I can hardly pay my family. We could hardly pay our bills right now, and I'm working my tail off, and I've been on a pay freeze for 8 years. Like, it wasn't fair. And so when Beth said, this is a fair playing field, you get paid on your efforts, you come in and work hard, you'll make money, and you'll be very successful. I was just like, it was such a breath of fresh air for me to hear. So I will tell you that this business, when you start, you're not going to become a millionaire overnight, and you're not going to immediately right out of the gates just see like this tremendous amount of time back. But if you really want to build this business and be fair, I say give it 36 months and then let's talk, because I guarantee you'll be surprised at what can happen and what it provides for you and your family. If you are consistent and you follow our system for 36 months, you'll be blown away at what can happen. So, was there anything I missed with that, Susanna?
No, that was awesome.
Yeah. All right, you're up then.
Okay, so number two, I'm going to just hit on really quickly the pay plan or the pay levels, because I think this is where people do. I know this was me. I was like, well, I know a little bit about this industry, and I want to know how much, financial gain I can have. So, I think some people don't think about the money, but I know a lot of people do. You want to make sure it's, valuable for you, especially if it's just a part-time thing. The great thing about Arbonne is that your part-time thing can become your full-time income and give you options to maybe leave that full-time job that you have. And I know many people have done that over time. So that's really exciting. So basically everyone starts off as a consultant, and it's a whopping $79 to start an Arbonne business. And then of course you purchase your product and your tools. But the first level of, there's 4 manager levels. The first one is district manager. And this one is really the one we celebrate the most, because when you hit district manager level, this is really, and it's achievable very quickly. We teach people to get there in 1 to 2 months. And we have many people that do that. Shannon and I both did that. And many people that are on this call right now did that. And I think it is celebrated because you actually, once you do that, like if you just keep doing that over and over again, and meaning teaching and training other people to do that, you can be a national vice president in Arbonne. The average income is about $200 to $1,000, maybe $1,200 a month. And when you think about, is $250 a month going to make or break your life? Some people it might. But would the $1,000? I would guess so. So this is really what we would call like car payment money, grocery money. I know for Chris and I, this happened fairly quickly. I looked past it because I knew the area manager was what I was really shooting for quickly, but it was definitely just allowed us to even put groceries on our table and just pay down a credit card bill, even simple things like that. The second level is area manager. And this is where your business can be willable, which I think is an amazing feature in our business. And basically, if something was to happen to you, your family or who you will it to can continue to receive your paycheck, which is really amazing. I know it did not happen. That would not have happened in teaching. Shannon and I can verify that. And this we really call like your mortgage money. So the income is between $1,000 and $4,000 a month. And the average time is about 5 to 11 months. And we know people that have done it in 4 months, 3 months. But even if it took you a year to get to that point, is, a $36,000 a year paycheck something that, you could live with? I would think so. So if you're building your business smart, you can achieve that. I know for me, when I hit area manager, that was teacher replacement money, even though I wasn't teaching at the time, but I was looking at having to go back to teaching. And this was comforting for me. I could still work my 15 hours a week and, basically get paid for what I was working as a full-time teacher, which just makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little bit thinking about that. But that's the truth. And then the third level is regional vice president. And this is most notably known for the Mercedes-Benz. You do not win a car, you earn a car. And Arbonne compensates you an $800 car bonus every month. And, I know Shannon and I would absolutely both say we did not do Arbonne for the car. It is a perk. And it is a nice perk, don't get me wrong. But it isn't why we did Arbonne. This title takes about an average 1 to 3 years. Some people have done it in 6 months. Other people, it takes a little bit longer. It just depends, but it can be done, on average in that range. And the average income is, between $4,000 and, $16,000 a month. I would say probably if you were to say an average, 4 to 10, but there are people that have bigger paychecks than that. But that to me is, career money. You can definitely change a lot of lives with that income, and certainly your own families. And then the top level, there's only 4, is national vice president. And this takes about 3 to 5 years to achieve. And the average income is about $22,000 a month. And we know, Shannon and I personally know quite a few national vice presidents very well, and they are not average by any means. So their income is even more than that. And if you met them, that is not the first thing you would think of when you'd meet them. They are servant-hearted, amazing women and men that just give back. And really their mission in life is to help change the world, really, one person at a time through Arbonne. And I did not start Arbonne and look at that number and go, oh my God, I cannot wait to be making $25,000 a month, because we need that money. But I know it's going to happen just because I'm committed to my business, and by teaching and training other people, it's going to happen because I'm never quitting. So that kind of money is definitely, career, corporate, high level career money. And maybe you're sitting here thinking, well, I don't ever need to do that. Well, that's fine. You don't have to be a national vice president, but you can be. If you can go district, you can go nation. So that's the 4 levels. And I think Shannon's going to wrap up with the people. Yay.
Yes. And those of you that know me, this is my baby. What really, I guess, for me, what everything Susanna shared, the money, the car, like the trips, the jewelry, all that stuff, it's great, you guys. And it does feel really nice to be appreciated, because I definitely didn't feel that way a lot of times in the teaching industry. But I can definitely tell you that if you commit to this business and you grow yourself and you work your business, not only will you be surrounded by some of the best men and women you'll ever meet, but you're just going to by default grow yourself. And to me, that's priceless. You can't put a dollar amount on growing yourself as an individual and how many lives it will change by making yourself better and surrounding yourself around positive, uplifting, empowering women. I say women a lot. We do have men, but we have a lot more women, and we need more men to do this for sure. But there's just such a different culture with Arbonne that it's hard to even describe it in words, because there's just this, I'm like, my very first meeting that I attended, and I promoted district, and I'm, being celebrated and called up and getting flowers and all these presents, and everyone's introducing themselves and congratulating me. And I remember being like, what's wrong with all these women? What do they want? Because women are always so catty. We're always so mean to each other, unfortunately. And we're always so competitive. And I just felt like, what kind of happy cult did I just walk into? I honestly was like, what is going on? Like, am I in the Twilight Zone? But then I got to know everyone and realized how sincere everyone really was, because it isn't about competing with each other, and it isn't about outdoing each other. It's just really about like making each other better, and the friendships that you will form, and just the quality of people you'll get to be around. It takes my breath away on a daily basis that I get to, for one, partner with Susanna and so many of you on this call. Like, you guys are just really my heartbeat, and I will never stop doing this until you all get where you want to be. But sitting my butt in that Mercedes every day is a constant reminder that we have more cars to hand people the keys to, for sure. And because we've built those relationships, I know that there's just so many lives that we're going to change together. And this business, I just, when I tell people, they're like, well, you sell products, you sell healthcare and skin and nutrition products. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just so much more and so much bigger. And if you commit and just dive in and do this business with your whole heart, I guarantee you will grow. And I guarantee you will meet people that will sharpen you and will make you better and will challenge you. And you might not always like what your upline has to say, but I guarantee you they're going to make you a better person, and they're going to make you work harder. And I have had more perseverance, more grit, more stamina in anything doing Arbonne than I ever have in anything else I've done in my life. And it has really just made me not only a better consultant, but a better mom, a better wife, a better friend. It's just really been so life-changing for me and for my family, even to a point where my husband has said to me, like, I'm jealous that you have that, because I don't have that in my job. He sees that. He sees me reading books, and he sees me on these calls, and he sees these women who are like just breathing life into me. I mean, like, okay, I'm getting really personal here, but we had like a little case of headlights in my house this past weekend. My first grader brought home headlights, which they need to tell every parent that. This has been like total, like, rocked my world. And my dear friend, ERVP Ann Diller, like, came over to check my head on Sunday. Like, that's how, I mean, that shows you how much we love each other. And I was like, Ann, you are amazing. Because, you develop these strong friendships because you're with like-minded, strong women who just want to grow and want to make people around them better. And I just love that so much about this company. And the other piece is our corporate headquarters is the most positive, uplifting, and supportive organization I've ever associated with. Like, I am blown away at how generous they really are, not only financially, compensation wise, but just what they give back to us in so many ways, how they listen to their consultant base. If there's something we don't like, they truly listen to their consultants. Kate Napier, our CEO, like, encourages babies to come to events. Like, it is really a family business, and they embrace that and they welcome it. And I just think that's unlike anything you'll ever find in any other industry in America, but really in the world. And so, you know, if you're on tonight wondering if this is worth it, I'll tell you what I just talked about, that piece about personal growth and just the people you'll be surrounded with, to me, is worth every single ounce of energy and time and money I've invested in my business, because it has forever changed my life. And I know that I've grown so much in the past 4 years because of that. So, Susanna, was there anything else that you wanted to add? Otherwise,
No, that was awesome.
Well, you guys, this is such a great week to really share gratitude and have thankfulness. And Susanna, thank you so much for sharing. It was so fun. Susanna and I have been like, let's do this together. It was fun to share the op with you all tonight. And we normally do our region meetings with recognition, but because it's so late, like November's almost over, and we purposefully picked this week, and we're going to do our December meeting a little bit later, because we get it. The holidays are here and it might be a little bit harder to get some activity just with the holidays. We totally get that. So rather than doing recognition tonight, you guys, we're going to just welcome some of our new consultants. We have a few announcements, and then we're going to wrap up for tonight. But I am like loving this new consultant list. This is so awesome to see. So if I butcher your names, I'm really sorry. Susanna, correct me if I say these wrong, but I want to welcome Whitney Shore from Verona, Wisconsin. Hi, Whitney. Whitney is direct to Beth Rudy. Trisha Kuvalar. Okay. She's from Windsor, Wisconsin, and she's direct to Kate Baldukas. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Gretchen Bozen. Gretchen's in Appleton, Kimberly area. She's direct to Michelle Uniskevich. Angie Sanderfoot, also in the Appleton area. She's also direct to Michelle Uniskevich. Lynn-Ann Dixon, also in the Appleton area, also direct to Michelle Uniskevich. Danielle D. Oh my gosh. I talked to Danielle. I'm going to say Danielle D. I can't pronounce her last name. Deach, and she's in Stevens Point. She's direct to Angie Sanderfoot. And then Gina Frederick in Green Bay. She's direct to Jenny Whitens. And the awesome thing about Gina, you guys, Gina was on this call last month listening, and now she's on our team. So I think that's so great to see that we're growing our teams virtually through these Discover Arbonnes via the web. You don't have to have people in your living room all the time. There's so many resources that you can share and people can learn. So you guys, all of those women are joining us, and you all can be district managers if you really, really want by the end of this month. And if it doesn't happen this month, for sure by the end of 2016. So push yourself. We cannot wait to celebrate you, and we're so excited that you're with us.
Well, and I just want to add one thing, Shannon. If you look at all the faces, challenge yourself to double or triple your team by next month. And you can do that. And, whether it's with guests coming and listening, but we can have lots of little faces on here. And we see that. Shannon and I see, 70 faces on here in the very near future. So how many of them are going to be on your team is what I want to know.
It's exciting. It's so exciting. I love it. Okay. And then the last two things. So there's a handful of you that are super close to earning that really cute white puffy Arbonne vest, that area challenge vest. So this is the last month for it. If you are still in the runnings for it, make sure you bonus your district or have your 5 personal sponsoring. And if you're still pushing to go area, don't stop. Push to get into area qual, because you just never know. Sometimes Beth changes the incentives at the last month. Sometimes she runs and makes alterations and changes. So just keep pushing and going. Those vests are adorable, and that's ending this month. So, and then just mark on your calendars. We obviously have our in Madison, our live nation meeting, the first Monday. Is that the December 1st? Is that the date, Susanna?
No, it's the 5th.
The 5th. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. So the 5th is our in-person nation meeting in Madison. If you are there, you guys, we're doing this new product experience beforehand. So we know we're at Hotel Red and it's a really awesome place and it has this great bar with food and we love that. But there are some people who don't necessarily want to hang in the bar area. We totally respect that and get that. So we wanted to make some options inside that room. So we're doing product experiences, and our feature for December is going to be nutrition. So we're going to have some shake samples, make some like protein balls. The bar is also going to have a detox tea brewed for an NA drink, but they're also going to have an alcoholic like hot toddy detox drink too, which will be kind of our featured fun drink for the night too. So make sure to get there early. That starts at 6:15. You can come bring your guests to try products and experience Arbonne's nutrition line. And then we will start promptly at 7 o'clock. And then our Hake Lumen Region virtual meeting will be the week of Christmas, December 22nd, that Thursday. Again, parties are precedent or take priority. So if you have a presentation or a party, do not worry about being on this call. If you can't, and we picked that date purposely because we thought it might be a tougher date to book. See if you can get somebody plug in while they're wrapping gifts in their jammies from home and watch and learn more about Arbonne. So that's Thursday, December 22nd. Mark it on your calendar. We'll be back here together, and we can't wait to celebrate and share a great November, but also a great December too. And I guess my one piece of advice for consultants, and I know Susanna, you'll agree with this, you guys take this next week and